Good evening to my colleague, Dr. Henning, distinguished members of the community, faculty, parents, family members, and graduating students. I'd also like to welcome Mr. Bob Johnson from the Howell Lions Club. And Dr. Stephen Levine, our Vice President of the School Board. Thank you so much for coming out. I'm so excited to be here this evening to recognize Memorial's academic best of the best. I've known you for 3 years now, and I can read it on your faces. You're trying to figure out which teacher picked you. Well, I have to say that you should take a moment to comprehend the magnitude of this achievement. You were selected by your entire team, a consortium of experienced educators, including your core teachers and elective teachers. They all got together and they picked you. You were selected by all of them as a standout leader, and I'm honored to recognize you this evening. So please indulge me for a moment as I acknowledge our faculty, some of our faculty that's here this evening, filled with extraordinary role models. We couldn't ask for a greater group of people to educate our students. Could you please give them a round of applause? Other than our students, they are the most important people here. Thank you for your dedication to our future leaders, our nation's most precious resource. Thank you for having the foresight to see each child individually for who they are. I would also like to thank every one of you who are here tonight, who join us in honoring our Memorial Hawks, who have soared to great heights. There are some staff members who were unable to make it tonight. So in an effort to provide a streamlined program, one teacher may represent multiple awards this evening. These 8th graders are the highest achieving individual in each subject. Please understand that points earned are not the only measure of a high achiever. Selections were based on student enthusiasm for subject, cooperation above and beyond, willingness to assist a classmate, demeanor in and out of the classroom, overall behavior, and of course grades. On a personal note, knowing these students and having had the pleasure of watching them grow and mature into these phenomenal young men and women, I could not agree more on these team selections this year. To the Memorial Class of 2013, we are all truly proud to have been a part of your middle school career, and I'm truly proud of your achievements. Thank you. Well, tonight I have the pleasure and the honor of introducing some of our incredible staff. So with our first award this evening, I'd like to ask Ms. Cindy Bazormany from our Physical Education Department to please come up.
I'm going to be reading for Senora Haas, who unfortunately regrets not being able to attend here. She gave out the Spanish awards. She has asked me to read this letter on her behalf. It's a little long, but I think I'm just going to cut out a couple of things, don't let her know. The recipients of 2013 Academic Award for Excellence in Spanish have a lot in common. They are both extremely intelligent and hardworking. They both take great pride in their work. Every assignment they undertake, from a homework assignment to preparing for a test or an oral project, is always approached with the same care and attention to detail. Both of these students have academically been at the top of their world language class in 6th, 7th, and 8th grades. Both show an interest in learning about different cultures and share an intense curiosity. They have an innate gift for second language acquisition, but don't rely on this ability alone. They are always trying to push themselves to do more than what they have been asked to do. I know that these two students will challenge themselves in high school and that they will succeed on whatever path they choose. It has been a great pleasure to have them in class. They will be missed. Would Justine LaGuardia and Sophia Pasquino that I prepare them well for the future. And these two young ladies have consistently demonstrated excellence each and every year. On Team AA, the recipient is Mackenzie Silva. And on Team B, the recipient is Julian Castellani. Usually, on a daily basis, I call on students to have conversations with me on topics that we've covered over the years. And these two ladies, every time, it's like this. I mean, it's one thing to get hundreds on tests and study, but to actually speak the language and understand is a whole other thing. And their fluency is just amazing. I know one day, Mackenzie and I have a conversation, and another student looked and goes, "You sound French." And Julianne, she's more on the quiet side, but the class that she's in is a little, and you know, I would ask them questions, and they would all be like, "No, no," and then I'd hear this soft whisper, and it's Julianne with the right answer every time. And I'm like, "Oh, thank God, Julianne, you're here." And so I'm so proud of them, of what they have accomplished. I know they'll all make me, their parents, memorial proud in anything that they take on in their future endeavors. You will be missed very much.